the new re-NEET exam series for the re-NEET exam of the leaked paper 2026. First of all, here we are going to see the chapter structural organization in animals. That's now we are going to start. First of all, see here the first topic is the tissue. What is the tissue? What is it? A group of similar cells along with intracellular substances which perform a specific function. Organ such as the stomach, lungs, and hearts, and kidney comprises specific proportion and organ pattern of all basic type of tissues. Division of labors contributes to the survival of multicellular organism. Example: Hydra. Now here we will see the some basic types of the tissue. Now here downside we can see on what basis the tissues are based on. First of all, the structure of cells, function performed by the cells. There are four types of tissues. First is the epithelial tissue, second is the connective tissue, third is the muscular tissue, and fourth is the neural tissue. Now here we are going to see the first tissue types of tissue, that is the epithelial tissue. First of all, guys, here we can see the epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue divided into two parts, such as the compound epithelium and simple epithelium. Here we can see that the compound epithelium is made up of multi-layered, and the simple epithelium is made up of single layer. Here, how we can remember it? So one trick is that the simple, simple is like a simple three. First three words are the simple and single, SIN and SIM. It is the one of the best trick to remember. Simple is single layer and compound is a multi-layer. Here we can see that the types of the simple epithelium tissue. Here we can see simple squamous epithelium, simple cuboidal, simple columnar, simple ciliated epithelium, and simple glandular epithelium. Here we can see the figure of the simple squamous, simple cuboidal, simple columnar, simple ciliated epithelium. Now here we see the how cells structure is the. Here this squamous epithelium is a flat like structures, flats with irregular boundaries. Means the structure of this squamous epithelium is the flat. Flat means it's like the flat surface like a tiles, and it is irregular and its boundaries are irregular. Here we can see the cuboidal. Cuboidal means cube like. Here we can see columnar epitheliums are the tall and cylinder. Now here in front of that we can see the cuboidal or columnar, and the structure of the glandular tissue is also the cuboidal or columnar. Okay, now here we can see the how is the nucleus is based in the squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium. Here nucleus is based at the central in squamous, cuboidal in it's also based in the central. Here in columnar epithelium the nucleus is based at the at base, and here at ciliated epithelium nucleus is present at the center or at the base. In glandular epithelium nucleus is present at the central or at base. Okay, now here what is the function of the every kind of epithelium, simple epithelium tissue? That's are the function of the squamous epithelium is the diffusion of body, cuboidal epithelium is the secretion and absorption, and the columnar epithelium is the secretion and absorption. And here we can see the ciliated epithelium function is the move particles mucus in a specific direction, and the glandular epithelium's function is the it is basically functions for the specialized for secretion. Now here we can see the location of each specific um, simple epithelium tissue. Now here we can see squamous epithelium is present at the air sacs of the lungs. Air sacs of lungs means the last part of our lungs, which is like air sacs. There the squamous epithelium is present, and it's also present in the walls of our blood vessels. Yeah. And now it is cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium is very present at the tubular parts of the nephron. ये nephrons में present होते हैं and ये ducts of the glands में present होते हैं. And here we can see the columnar epithelium is present at the stomach and the intestine. Now here we can see the ciliated epithelium. Ciliated epithelium is basically its function is to move particles or mucus in a specific direction, such as the bronchioles and the fallopian tube, in which bronchioles is the pipe like parts, and fallopian tube is also parts like pipe. That's why through which the mucus or any particles moves. And here the glandular tissues are located at the salivary glands. And here we can see the glandular tissue, types of glandular tissues on the basis of number of cells. Here the in exams the examiner will ask that the on what basis the glandular epithelium tissues are based. The glandular tissues are based on the number of cells. Number of cells like the single cells or many cells. Single cells means unicellular, or many cells means multicellular. Example: globulate cells. Globulate cells which secretes the mucus. Here we can see the structure of the globulate cells. And now here it is the many cells means multicellular. It secretes it secretes saliva, and that is the structure of the saliva. Many of the students have the confusion in the structure of the globulate cells and the salivary gland cells. Now there is also one more of the glandular epithelium tissue, that is the on the basis of mode of pouring their secretion, means how they pour their secretions. Such as here we can see the exocrine glands and endocrine glands. Here in which glands there is a duct present or absent. Here we can say is see the ducts are present in the exocrine glands and ducts are absent in the endocrine glands. Now here many students are confused how to remember the exocrine glands and the endocrine glands, means in which gland the uh, ducts are present or absent. So we can see that now means how is the secretion of exocrine glands and endocrine glands are present. Here we can see the exocrine glands secrete their secretion through the ducts, means that glands passes that secretion through the ducts. And here in endocrine glands there is a absence of ducts, means it secretes hormones. Hormone means doesn't require any ducts to provide body. Okay, here in secretion, such as the exocrine glands secretes mucus. Mucus also secreted by the ducts. Saliva, which comes out from our mouth, that is also secreted from the ducts. Airwax, which came from ears, that's also secreted from the ducts, such as the milks in mammary glands of mothers, that's also secreted from the ducts. Here the digestive enzymes and other cell products are also secreted from the ducts. Now here we can see that endocrine gland directly release their secretion secretions into the fluid bathing the glands. Okay, means endocrine glands doesn't have the ducts. That's why it's release their secretion directly into the blood and it's goes to their parts. Now here we can see that the second types of epithelial tissue, that's are the compound epithelium. Compound contains compound means multi-layered, such as here we can see the two or more layers. Here we can see the function of the compound epithelium is the, many students are confused here that the function of the compound epithelium, that's the protection against the mechanical and chemical stresses, and that is also provided limited role in the secretion and absorption. Here we can see the where are the compound epithelial tissues are present in the dry surface of the skin, means it's present on our skin, moist surface of the buccal cavity and pharynx, and the inner lining of the ducts of salivary glands and the pancreas. Now here downside we can see that the microvilli present in PCT and small intestine increases the surface area for absorptions. Here now we can see the epithelial tissue provides a covering or lining or some parts of the body. Here we can see the free surface of the tissue faces the body fluid outside the environment. Here its cells are compactly packed with little intercellular matrices.